I'm feeling like a brand new me. For the very first time, I'm not where I'm meant to be. Brand new.
Welcome to Outsmart the Hustle, where we turn hard work into smart work, helping you focus on the high-impact moves that drive your business forward without getting stuck in the grind.
Hey everyone, it's Hannah McGinty, your host for Outsmart the Hustle, and I'm in Utah right now, and we're recording, just because we need to. It's a podcast, even though I'm on the go, and I want to make sure to stay consistent. What we did yesterday in Utah was so cool. We went to the Bonneville Salt Flats and did a shoot with the couple. They're actually getting married in Portugal in May, and this is just the invitation, essentially. So kind of like a mix of an engagement shoot and an invitation. So they still paid for my travel, my stay, my meals. It's like a free vacation, essentially. Like, I'm still here. The couple's already back in Boston, but I'm here in Utah enjoying it. So I just want to talk about like how in the world do you even get gigs like this? Like, I remember back in the day, what I really wanted to do was travel for work. I wanted to go to these really amazing, beautiful places that I normally would not get to go to otherwise. And I was like, well, if my work can cover the travel and I can get paid to do it, why not do it if this is really what I want to do? So then my trajectory was to do everything I could in order to get there, doing hashtag destination wedding videographer and just seeing what happens, and then posting things from styled shoots I went to overseas just to like show people, hey, I'm interested in doing this and I want to do this and I can do it well. And then once I started marketing those things, I actually started getting destination weddings. So it just takes some time, right? I mean, like the timeline for that was probably the course of 2 years, because destination weddings, when you get booked for them, could be like 1, sometimes even 2 years out, because they're planning a lot how they're going to do it somewhere else other than their hometown, right? So you could start now, but expect to get booked for them later. Everything takes time, and there's really, honestly, no such thing as instant gratification in this industry. I don't even know if that's a thing in like any industry, but I know especially for the creative industry, you have to work really hard for where you want to go, but you need to have the vision for where you're going so that you know each step is in the right direction. And sometimes it's okay to pivot if you realize that the direction that you're going just is not where you see yourself in the future. Pivot. It's okay. I've been talking to some of my students in the Book by Strategy course, and they realized, oh my gosh, the current clientele I have is actually not my ideal client. What do I do now? I say that's okay. And then what you do from there is make an ideal character profile and start marketing to them instead. You're going to see a little bit of a dip in your bookings because you haven't actually been serving these people yet. The best way to like serve them is to find styled shoots that have models and artistic styles towards the archetype that you're wanting to represent on your branding. But also you could go find shooters in your area, or if you're willing to travel, go find them. If they're not in your local area, don't limit yourself. Like, if I don't see the answer around me, I'm going to go find it somewhere else, right? So you really kind of have to have that ambition. Don't make excuses. You're the only one holding yourself back, quite honestly. So if you're wanting something, find out, okay, what are the things that I need to do in order to do this thing I really want to do, right? So when it came to this couple in Utah, I originally did their baby announcement. So they had already been married. They did like a small elopement kind of thing with some family, and they were searching for a Dallas videographer who could do their baby announcement shoot. And I was like, yeah, I mean, sure. And then they showed me their inspo, and it was just like a 360 around them, and they're staying in one like beautiful spot. I was like, dang, that's real easy. I could totally do that. And then they loved it. And then they're like, hey, by the way, we're getting married in Portugal. We'd love to have you do our wedding. And I was like, yes, absolutely. So fast forward to today, we're doing this engagement session, and their wedding is now in a couple of months. This baby announcement was in 2022. It is now March 17th, 2025. So I have known this couple for 3.5 years now, which is crazy to think about. They have 3 beautiful kiddos now, and their life has just changed significantly. They're still gorgeous, and they're wanting to get married in Portugal with all their friends and like have a big celebration. And sometimes things like this take a lot of time because they're literally saving up for it, and they want to make it grand. And that's the type of couple that I love to work with. So as long as you know who you want to work with, you'll be able to say yes to the right people and no to the people that you don't need to work with in order to keep building your brand and your reputation for whatever type of wedding videographer or photographer you are trying to become. I think it's always about the journey, right? Who are you becoming? It's never about like the end destination. I'm not gonna shoot this wedding in Portugal and feel like I've made it, right? It's such an empty thing sometimes to live for the goal. I think it's great to enjoy the journey. So if you know a business owner that could use a little less grind and a lot more growth in their business, send them over to Booked by Strategy and this podcast, Outsmart the Hustle. We have rebranded Memo Mastery over to Booked by Strategy because it is way more universal and it's definitely what we're trying to do. We're trying to help you guys get booked with strategic thinking, strategic planning, and it's your one-stop shop for just learning how to find your dream clients. Tune back in next Tuesday for more business tips.
I'ma tell everybody I'm feeling like a brand new me. Brand new, brand new. Feeling like a brand new me, brand new me. I'm feeling like a brand new me.
Outsmart the Hustle was produced by Booked by Strategy, hosted by Hannah McGinty, and edited by Manuel Mesa. Follow us anywhere at Booked by Strategy on social media.